Joining me to the panel, Michael Danby, former Labor MP, and Stephen Conroy, former Labor Senator and Cabinet Minister. Michael Danby, why do you think Albanese has done this? Is it really to bring peace to the Middle East or to win votes in Australia?
The socialist left, which Albos is the head of, is what it appears to be. This is a boyhood fantasy of Albos to recognise the Palestinian cause and triumph over Israel. So by a whole series of events, he became Prime Minister. And of course, it's about pre-selection votes, even more important than actual votes in Western suburb seats to make sure that certain people get up who support the Islamist point of view.
Stephen Conroy, where's the Labor right in this? You're of the Labor right. You're still extremely influential there. It was always so pro-Israel from Bob Hawke on. Have they all changed their minds or just shut their mouths?
No, I think firstly, I appreciate the characterisation of my ongoing influence. I'm more of a feather duster than a rooster in today's world.
Oh, look, no, I've seen your list of clients in your lobbying firm. Oh, my goodness, no.
Michael is a very dear friend of mine, and it's not often I'm going to disagree with him. But Michael's got to stop pretending, and you do, frankly, Andrew, that you are speaking on behalf of the people of Israel. Hundreds of thousands, and you've never mentioned this once, either of you. Hundreds of thousands of people marched in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv against this ongoing war and this announcement of the annexation of Gaza. Hundreds of thousands of Israelis in Israel. So you've got to stop pretending you are speaking on behalf of them, or Michael is speaking on behalf of those hundreds of thousands of people
Stop
who want
putting words in my mouth. Again with your straw men, mate. I don't appreciate.
There's no straw men here.
Attributed
hundreds of thousands of Israelis.
Michael, you're absolutely correct. Michael, hundreds of thousands of Israelis. But if you put it to the vote, should the Palestinian state be recognised? It was put to the vote of the Knesset, and I think it was something like, I don't remember the figures, 90 to 9, no. I mean, what's going on here?
Steve's right. The people can disagree with Netanyahu, and some of them are in the streets, but none of them support Hamas. None of them support Albos' plan to recognise a Palestinian state without any concessions on borders or the Nazi education that UNRWA gives these poor Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza. Without discussions about all of these, as Bob Hawke and Kim Beazley and Bill Shorten and Julia Gillard and Labor giants that used to stride this land all insisted, it has to be negotiated by the parties. It is a fantasy for Albo or Wong or Macron or Starmer to dictate from Ottawa, London, Paris and Canberra what the boundaries are going to be and what the Israelis have to do. The Palestinians have to stop their intransigence and negotiate with the Israelis. There has to be elections after an extensive program of denazification in Gaza and the West Bank. And Israelis could disagree with Netanyahu as much as they like, but they're very doubtful about this extreme Palestinian point of view that Albos seems to be completely blithe about.
I saw the coalition immediately criticise this, or at least Defence spokesman Angus Taylor did. Here he is.
This is rewarding terrorists. This is a reward to Hamas for what they started on October 7. That sets a dreadful precedent.
Well said, but where was the opposition leader Susan Lee? I mean, she put out a press statement, did appear on 2GB, but apart from that, I haven't seen her. I mean, this would have been big. I would have thought it deserved a press conference. Stephen, what's this? Why?
No, look, I was surprised. No, look, I was surprised that this is, you know, when you're responding to the Prime Minister's statement, you would normally expect the Leader of the Opposition. I mean, she does herself have a colourful past on this issue. She was part of the Friends of Palestine in not that long ago, but I don't hear a ferocious criticism of her for that. She says she's entitled to change her mind. But I think you make a very fair point. I mean, they sent the Defence spokesperson, and I think I saw Michaela Cash up, but Susan Ley should have fronted up and had a discussion about this. I have no problem
it wasn't just
with
those two,
having
Stephen.
an alternate point of view.
Yeah, look, it was also Andrew Hastie. Andrew Hastie
Yesterday.
appeared, I think, on Sky News. Michael, Andrew Hastie, the opposition's Home Affairs spokesman,
Andrew,
he went on Sky News and
let's cut to the chase. Susan Ley is a dud. She may be a nice woman, but she has none of the inner mongrel you need to be a leader like Keating or Howard. They ought to cut to the chase and draft Hastie straight away.
Well, I think you make a point there. Look, I've said give her time, but I have to say that for Andrew Hastie and Angus Taylor and all that to go front and centre when it's not actually their portfolio area, Hastie even yesterday, the Home Affairs spokesman, went on Sky News again and both urged the Liberals to dump the net zero climate policies and said he'd like to be the Liberal leader sometime. Here's his double whammy.
Should we transfer our heavy industry, Australian jobs, offshore? Should we demand that the Australian people pay more for their power bills? I'm not going to lie to you and say I don't have any ambition to lead. Of course I do. But timing in politics is everything. And right now, Susan Ley is our leader.
But right now, Susan Ley is their leader, Stephen. Right now isn't a very long period of time, is it?
Well, the next second is not right now. Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm a great admirer of Andrew. I think he's done incredible things for this country. He's got courage and moral clarity. And I think one day he may be a fantastic leader for the Liberal Party, and one day might not be that far away. But in terms of his arguments around net zero energy prices, if he wants to lead the Liberal Party into the sort of oblivion that they're currently in and champion that oblivion. Look, I hope he's smarter than that. You pitch to the right and then you move to the centre. You pitch to the left and you move to the centre. These are the normal part of Australian politics because you have to govern from the centre. Our electoral system ensures we're not captured by the two extremes that you see in other countries around the world. So, look, I hope Andrew's ambitions are one day fulfilled. As I said, I have great admiration for him, but I think he's running off on the wrong track on some of those policy issues that he's championing.
Oh, I think net zero is going to really, really come to hurt this country.
How high do electricity prices have to get?
The Labor Party, but it'll be a question of time. Sorry, Michael.
How high electricity prices have to get before we change, at least along the lines of the British Labor Party? That's not too extreme. They've dropped net zero.
It's Margot Smelter now under pressure, saying that it's probably going to
I'm not
close.
sure.
Guys, I'm out of time.
I'm not sure a fully government-funded $600 billion.
Sorry, Michael. Yeah, Michael Danby, Stephen Conroy, thank you very much for your time.